All right, welcome to the Incline Interviews Podcast, where I hike with local incliners. My name is Trevor, and today we're hiking with Gary Martinez.
Hello, let's do it. Hey, my name is Gary Martinez Jr, and I'm a little addicted to hiking this Manitou Incline. I like to work out, I like the nature, and I love the community to talk to people and make new friends. When I'm not here at the Manitou Incline, I'm also just a little bit obsessed with the 80s decade. I love watching 80s movies and listening to 80s music. And there you go.
Oh. All right, so
let's get this out. Yeah,
Gary is commonly known as probably one of the most active hikers in 2026 on the Manitou Incline. Does about 4 or 5 every single day. So odds are you've seen him if you've been out here. And today you're on number 5 right now.
Yep, last one.
Can you even imagine? Number 5 and he's doing an interview. And it's, I just checked the weather. It said real feel 96 degrees, which,
that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Colorado, that's a high elevation. It's like immediate sunburn too, so.
That's nothing for people in Texas.
Yeah, it's toasty out here.
Yep.
So thank you for doing this with me, Gary.
Pleasure.
I'm excited to dig into things.
You got it, man.
So let's talk about, the first thing I wanted to mention was how you told me the other day you were actually coming off of like a 30-year-long injury before you started doing the incline.
For our body.
For your whole body, yeah. Can you walk me through what that was like and like what happened and how you overcame that?
Yep, so 1991, as I graduated high school, I was starting to train for a powerlifting meet, and I was doing really good. I was so excited to do this meet because my lifts were, I was at my strongest at that time. And I was downtown at my favorite gym, the YMCA. And the community is just like the Incline, awesome people. But what happened was an accident that day. I was doing a heavy squat, and you have to show control when you're in a meet. So one of my spotters accidentally, he let go a little too soon. So my body went sideways, and then I had to quickly launch the barbell just past my head so it landed on the squat rack because I didn't want to do a face plant. So when that happened, the injury was a low back and my left side SI joint.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Man, and then when it happened, did you immediately, you were just like, oh, that was bad?
Oh, yeah, that was, I just...
How much were you squatting?
I couldn't really move. So I was in a 114 weight class, and I was squatting 325. So
dang, almost like triple your body weight. Oh my gosh.
I was just getting stronger thanks to the football players in my high school for just recruiting me out of nowhere. Hey, you want to power lift? And because they needed to fill weight classes.
Yeah, and how old were you when this happened again?
I was 17.
Very
17.
young.
So I wasn't 18 yet.
Yeah.
But I graduated. I was put up a grade when I was overseas, so that's why I graduated at a younger age. So that happened, I was like, no, because I was so into weightlifting at that time.
Yeah,
but,
sounds like you were pretty successful at it too.
Yeah, they were my best lifts, and I saw the competition where I would have won my division, but I was like, things happen, and so that's what happened to my body.
So that happened at 17.
Uh-huh.
And what was it like living with persistent pain for so long? Like how, whenever you have pain, doctors like to say, is it on a scale of 1 to 10, what is the pain like? What was it like for you on a daily basis?
Yeah, so different levels of pain, but like we talked about earlier, I was even up to sometimes during some of those years to a 7 to 8 daily pain. Maybe not the whole day, but I would have it for, let's say, so the day. And it did not feel good, of course. And I would have to wake up and I would be on the floor in a fetal position, and I would use the floor, the walls, furniture, anything around me that would give me leverage to push off to help me just to stand up.
Oh my gosh, this is a daily, like you would lean on those walls like that just to stand up on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So that kind of talks to the limitations that you had to go through on a daily basis. How did you overcome that?
So I tried to do everything under the sun to get some help. And I know the first thing I did was chiropractic care and the x-rays showed those injuries that we spoke of. Did a little bit of that. I did other things like acupuncture, deep tissue massage.
They put you on pharmaceuticals and a bunch of pain medicine and stuff like that too?
No, I didn't have any of that help. But another thing I did was I did what's called ARP wave therapy, and that is a therapy where this guy in town, the north end of Colorado Springs, he deals with a lot of professional athletes in Colorado, and he helps them avoid surgery by doing this type of therapy, where they have like a stem pad about as big as a softball, and they would put it on your body and work on the area and help you get rid of the pain. And when I went in there, he was like, "Where's your pain?" I was like, "Low back." He was like, "Let's really find where the pain is."
Oh,
so
no.
he's scanning my body, and it was actually right above my ankles. So my ankles were not firing. So we had to start from the ankles and build up
Oh, wow.
to the rest of my body.
So the source was that SI joint, but the pain stemmed down to your ankles.
Yeah, they weren't firing from that injury. So that injury affected my whole lower body.
Yeah.
And so we had to do it in sections, and I had to follow like I think it was about a 3,000 calorie diet for about a 10 to 15 minute session, where he would crank the machine to put all that energy from that stem into those areas to do whatever it did to help him. And I would even get homework. Like at that time, I was so bad wanting to be a jiu-jitsu player, and so he would say, "Okay, we got the pain level down. I want you to go home and do like 100 takedown shots like a wrestler."
Oh, no.
On your right side until your pain level is good. After that, go to your left side and do, it was like 500. Yeah, 500.
That sounds brutal when you're in
500.
pain, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's quite the homework assignment.
But I actually enjoyed it because I knew it was going to help me.
Yeah.
So it helped for a while. Yeah.
That wasn't your long-term solution though, was it? You mentioned that it had to do with strength training in the correct areas, right?
So much later down the road, I did other things in between, foam rolling and all that stuff. I have a massage gun now. I have, that's actually coming later. But I wanted to do physical therapy, and the person that I wanted to get that from was very expensive, and I was like, well, I can't do that. So another person hopped on my Instagram feed, a very well-known person in the fitness industry, and I was like, let me check her out. And she had an online physical therapy program, and it was way affordable. So I was like, I'm getting it. I'll try anything to get well. So I got that, and I started that last year in March of 2025. Emailed them what was going on. They sent me the program for my lower back SI joint. But what I didn't know was they also included the whole body, because even though my injury was there, my whole body was hurting from that. So
Is it like compensation injuries? Like your gait changes a little bit, so then like your hips start to hurt, and then your hips hurt, so now your knees hurt, and just pain keeps traveling.
Yeah, my hips were weak. They fatigued very easily. Same thing with the whole rest of my lower body. Everything I just said right there was going on. So I couldn't even, when I was trying to do jiu-jitsu, I couldn't even last like a minute when we had to spar and do full contact.
Yeah.
My lower body would do exactly what I just said. It would fatigue, no strength, and I was just weak. And as a wrestler, I don't really get taken down, but I just felt like I felt easier to be taken down, and I was like, whoa. So this program also included not only the entire body, but it was a lot of mobility work. It was there was strength work in there, like we just mentioned. There was other types of things, and one of my other favorite ones is muscle activation. So you kind of go into the videos and you find which ones that you like, that help you the most, and just do those, is what the therapist said. And any ones that don't feel great, don't do those. So I memorized a lot of them. So I've been doing those since last March to this day. And that's what healed me within a month. So April of 2025 last year, it just took a month.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I got obsessed.
Like you'd been searching for, you said 30 years for a solution, and you found it. And then I just think the growth journey that you went on from having a 7 to 8 daily pain, you have to use the walls to stand up. Now you're like a superstar on the incline physically doing 10,000 foot gain every day. It's crazy to see that type of transformation from just strength training exercises.
It was, it just felt, it was amazing just going through those motions with these exercises, etc. I just felt like a whole new lower body. And it just led me to wanting to do I just wanted to do the Manitou Incline and start doing it a little more. And that kind of set the tone for me. And it felt good to feel good.
Yeah.
So I got the little bug and kept coming back and started to learn about this culture, these regular people that do it. And
we'll get to the Manitou Incline here in a bit.
Yeah.
Before we do though, you said you wanted to show off one of the stretches possibly. Do you still want to do that?
Sure.
Do we need to find a flat spot?
Let's just use this for example. So
okay, let me get the camera positioned. All right, go ahead.
For your calf muscle right here, pretend this is a door or a tree or a wall, but I'm using a step. But basically all you want to do is have a straight leg, and you want this foot to be as high up as you can. And then once I got that, then I just want to lean into it and hold it for a 30-second count, a 1 minute count, whatever you work up to. And then when you're done with that, you want to push your toes into that wall, tree, or whatever for 5 seconds. Then you want to pull your toes back and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's just giving it more activation in that lower leg and the foot. So that whole area right there. And that's just one game changer move that can really help out.
And that one primarily helped you on the calves and like the knees maybe?
Yeah, because even though my injuries were in low back and my SI joint, the videos have me doing stretches and all that for that whole lower body. So it all links together. So you got to hit everywhere, because everywhere, like that therapy, once everything's firing pretty good all the way up the chain, then that makes those injuries that were injuries happier. It makes them heal, and then the rest of the lower body, even the upper body, is happy.
Yeah.
Because now you're free of tightness, you're free of aches, you're free of whatever symptoms you're going through.
That is so neat. It really illustrates the importance of stretching and proper rehabilitation after an injury.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, so then let's kind of look a little bit more at your background. I'd love to learn more about, like, where did you grow up, and were you always athletic as a kid?
So I was a military brat. So my dad was in the Air Force, and we were stationed in Greece for 2 years. So I was born in Athens, Greece.
Oh, cool.
Left when we were 2, so I know nothing about it.
Right.
Only what I heard. Oh, you missed out on on this good food and all this other stuff. I was like, oh man, I got to go back someday.
Yeah. Have you ever been back yet?
Not yet.
You got to do it.
I got to do that. As far as sports, I was pretty much late on the scene, so I didn't really feel like I had any skills or anything. I was just more of a hustler trying to kind of catch up with everybody else, because when you're traveling as a military family, I didn't really get into sports. I wasn't really into them early. I did play a little bit of softball, baseball, and then when I hit high school, and soccer also, and I was in Australia.
Yeah. So you were in Australia too then?
We were in Australia for 2 years also.
Wow. What continent have you not lived in?
There's a few. But then when we moved back to Colorado, which was in the mid 80s, then I started to want to play sports. And
sounds like you got into weightlifting too.
Yes.
A little bit.
Yeah, weightlifting was like in Australia. We were there for 2 years, like I said, and then we moved to the States So in Australia, we only had like one channel, so not a lot of things to watch. So when we came to America, I was like, whoa, I saw all these channels and everything. The first thing I saw on whatever is what I liked. Like, I like this team, I like this team. And then I saw the movie Rocky 3. So from that moment in the 80s to now, I am the biggest Sylvester Stallone fan. And watching Rocky and being an underdog in his movies and to where he evolved and got better, that fueled me to want to start weightlifting. So I would, at that time there was two magazines, Flex magazine and Muscle and Fitness magazine. So basically I would rip out the pictures, put them on the wall and start training myself with exercise, which gave me some confidence to want to play sports. So when I entered high school, so like you see, I started late, like in high school playing sports. My teacher in middle school was transferring to teach at the high school also. He was like, maybe you should go out for cross country. I'm the coach. I was like, cross country, what's that? I wanted to play football. So I gave it a shot. The first day of practice, I remember we had to run around the school 3 times. I was beat. That was like the worst workout I ever had.
That was like the first mile you remember ever running?
Yeah, and
I think we all remember that.
I did not want to do that sport, but I wound it up doing cross country. So I did that in high school. And my little story to share with people was like, we were kind of like the movie McFarland, where we were a school that was not a running school. But we went from having no uniforms our first year to qualifying, being the first in school history to qualify boys and girls for state in our senior year.
Oh, cool. You guys went a long way then.
Yeah, we didn't win state, but we went there.
But you got there, yeah. That's a big accomplishment.
So that was pretty cool. And then I did another sport, which was wrestling. And I thought wrestling back then was what I saw on TV, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
So I went into practice and I got slammed on the floor and learned real quick. That's not real wrestling. So I became a wrestler and it was the same thing. We were the Bad News Bears. We weren't a wrestling school. We would get our butts whooped and there was usually more visitors in attendance than home attendance of us watching our team in the meet. So I went from same thing, learning how to not win, to qualifying for state my senior year. And that same year I had a knee injury and they're like, you can't wrestle in state. And I was like, but I'm a senior. It's my only chance. So I went to state with a bad knee and it was a good experience. So I like those sports, taught me a lot.
There's a lot of growth in, not always winning everything, having some losing streaks and being faced with those kind of challenges. You grow a lot out of those experiences. I try to tell that to my kids. Everything's not always so easy.
Yeah, I think you learn more from your defeats, or at least I do. I gain more wisdom from those than if I win at something, because it's just a quick result and then it's gone.
Yeah, but then when you lose, it kind of eats at you, right? And you're like, what can I do to improve?
Yeah, it did that to me back then, but now I don't compete with nobody except just myself doing my best for me. So
that's right.
I'm a completely different person, of course.
That's the best kind of challenge to have is, against what's in your head. So what did you, after high school, you grew up into what career, and then what kind of hobbies did you develop?
I kind of did just some regular type of work in the beginning after high school, and then later on I decided I wanted to be a fitness trainer.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah. So in 2011 I became a fitness trainer. Let's see. Yeah, well actually I finished the school at that time. 2012, when I was finishing up the schooling, you got to do your, I forgot what it's called, go into an actual work area. But anyhow, it was the YMCA I chose. And they were like, before I was done with that.
Like an internship, is that what you're thinking? Okay.
Yes. They were like, hey, do you want a job after this? I was like, yeah.
You're like, well, I'm here.
Yeah. So I worked at the YMCA for a couple years and I liked, turn that off.
Sorry. That's right.
I liked that I was back where I started from as far as weightlifting. But then I learned as a trainer, you don't really get as much full-time hours as you think, or doing all the things that you think. So then I wanted to become an independent fitness trainer. So then I later joined a fitness network out of Denver. And then I did some other things as well as coaching and other things where I learned how to, if you want to be a fitness trainer, you got to add other streams of revenue. So I learned how to write and author a book and self-publish.
Nice.
So I've written a book and I've written some short reads. I've learned how to, do side hustles to go with the fitness industry, which is like sell supplements, sell fitness equipment, and even created some of my own products, which I was able to turn into revenue as well. So
interesting.
yeah, it was cool to know that.
Yeah, you're very well-rounded. That's a lot of different sectors to be in.
Yeah, so it was good to learn that there's different things you can do. Not that also, wow, just a few things. I did some group training, got some extra certifications, and did some group training, which is another niche. Yeah,
you were telling me you do online virtual classes too for people in a couple different spaces.
I do some virtual training with autistic people. Also, I used to
The silver sneakers, right?
Silver Sneakers helped me with that training, and I also did at some senior places some group training and classes where we just sat on chairs and used very light equipment and gave them a full workout. But we had such a fun time because everyone had just a good personality. The energy was so amazing. It's kind of like the Manitou Incline. And then
is that like at assisted livings? We would go and like do their activities. That's so cool.
Yeah, some of those places.
Yeah.
And then
that can be really rewarding and fulfilling.
It's the best times. Yeah. And then I also did a sensory gym, which is for autistic people and their families, where I subleased a friend's taekwondo studio, and I would set up and get all these different things that I know kids could gravitate to when they come in. So some people would come in and go on trampolines, they go on play tunnels, or I'll drag them on a big stuffed animal so they get this feedback. We would play wrestle. They have a play kitchen, all sorts of things.
Yeah, it's so interactive and like interesting. I bet it sounded like it would be a lot of fun, and
yeah, that was probably
enjoyed it a bunch.
That was probably my favorite one because I was really engaged with the kids.
Yeah,
interacting with them and playing with them.
Yeah,
I really like that.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. All right, let's zoom forward a little bit.
Yep.
We're at about stair 1500, in case you haven't noticed. Starting to build quite the cool view. We haven't talked about the incline yet. Maybe it's time.
Yeah.
Let's jump to the incline segment. I would love for you to walk me through. So you just did your strength training. You're healing your body. The incline was a big goal of yours. What was that first time you came out here like? And what did it feel like when you got to the top after overcoming this big injury?
That was 2010, and I double checked that like last year. And I forgot what my time was, but I was just so relieved to get to the top. I didn't know anything about the incline, just that it was some type of challenge. And when I completed it, I of course played Rocky music.
Yeah, you had to, right?
Yeah.
As you're running the final steps, you had Rocky going?
Yeah. It's my favorite guy right there. And so that was my beginning entry into the Manitou Incline. And I only did it like a handful of times from 2010 up until 2023. 2024 is when I started to come a little bit. And then last year, of course, is when I was really here a lot.
Because that's when you kind of fixed that injury. So you actually did it while you had that excruciating pain, the first time you did it. Yeah,
well, you know what? Last year until April when I healed, I was using the Trekker sticks, the hiking sticks.
Yeah.
Because I was still in that pain. So I was using those, and it was so good to say bye-bye sticks.
Yeah, cool.
And I feel good, like James Brown said.
It's impressive that you don't use them even when you're doing these fives. Because a lot of people, myself included, use them when we're like doing big endurance activities, because you can take a lot of the weight and strain off of the legs, put in the arms and the upper body a bit. So it really shows and illustrates like how powerful your legs and your lower body are now after healing your body.
Yeah,
pretty impressive.
I tried to use it at the beginning when I started my new year, which was Christmas Eve, but it just didn't work on day one. At that time, I had just got diagnosed with another injury, which is a degenerative disc disease in my neck.
Oh no.
So it created excruciating burning pain in my arm and my shoulder blade. So it was too much on my arm and my shoulder blade on my left side. So I said,
yeah. You still feel that pain, or were you able to kind of alleviate
I kind of pretty much healed it all on my own with this physical therapy program. it helped that too.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's jump to something that most people probably know you from, social media. And it seems like you're a big part of your journey is contributing to social media and talking to a lot of people, encouraging a lot of people. Walk me through why you're so present on social media and how that helps you.
Well, first of all, I'm an introvert, if you don't know. So,
it's kind of hard to believe.
Well, but being in this space, the energy just makes me feel so comfortable, so I don't have to mask anything. But being on social media, I kind of learned from doing, like I said earlier, other things, which was like network marketing in the past and other things where I had to do videos every day. So now that I'm on the Incline, I wanted to do it my way and just be silly and funny and just show people that this is a good community up here. We all support each other, and you can see my silly 80s song videos with me
I always
pretending like I can lip sync, and then a lot of us on here take videos of each other so we have content. And so I like to just put it out there because I know there could be that person that wants to do it for the first time, hike the incline, and they just, maybe if they see a video or a post of pictures that then, oh, you know, people are supporting each other and hey, they're having fun. I want to go give it a shot. So for that person that's watching, I do it for that reason because I've been there where, you know, I couldn't do anything and I wanted to, but I just needed a spark. So I want to just share a spark as we all share a spark up here together.
Yeah, every time I open up Facebook, I feel like I see you singing a song. Always bringing smiles to people. And also every time I've hiked with you, which has been a few times in the last couple weeks, it's like as you pass people, you're always giving them that spark, like you said. Hey, good job, way to go, keep it up. And people notice those things. It sticks with them, especially when they're here for the first time and, you know, maybe they're falling apart and they really needed that pickup and you give it to them.
Yeah, I just know that this is not easy. We're all on this, I call it beauty of a beast and wonderful suffer fest together. So to just say a few words to somebody, if that helps you, then, you know, it feels good to do that for someone, you know, and you do it because you want to do it. And that's why I do that. And then it also flips. Like if I'm going up right now and I'm close to the top and I'm suffering and someone sees that and they say, hey buddy, you're almost there. I'm like, thank you. Because I need to hear that too. It doesn't matter if I've done it one time or whatever. It's not easy. So it's good to, I just like sharing that energy up here.
Yeah, they're like, 200 more steps, you got it. You're like, man, I know, but thank you. I needed that.
Yeah, but I like it where where that person we don't know each other.
Yeah.
So I like that because I need that. We all need that. Doesn't, you know, it's challenging. So it's helpful.
It is. It's like, it's funny how no matter how many times you do it, it's still like, the incline is still pretty tough.
Yeah. For me, it's like every lap is new. I'm a new person on it. So I'm just starting from scratch is how I take it. I'm just, all my attention is into this lap we're doing right now.
Exactly. Yeah. I love that perspective. It's new every time.
And whoever I'm talking to, like I'm talking to you right now. So you are the most important person in the world right now.
I appreciate that.
Because I'm talking to you. So that's how I try to approach that with everybody.
Yeah, I like that. We need more of that in this world where there's just like less distractions, you know, like put the phones away, get off social media when you're in front of other people. Like spend time with your kids and your family and like, yeah, I feel like people get distracted very easily. So that's a great point.
Yeah.
Okay, so 500 Club, let's talk about that. You are the 36th person to complete the 500 Club, which is 500 laps up and down the Manitou Incline in 365 days. You finished that on October 5th, 2025.
Yeah.
I got the exact date. What made you decide, you know, back then, hey, I think I could do that 500 challenge? What made you go for it?
I think, you know, just healing from an injury, I knew I wanted to do this a little more. So in May, I told myself, do two a day. So I did that. And then come July, I said, do 3 a day.
Oh my gosh.
So you know,
3 a day.
I'm big on self-talk with myself. So I was doing that. And then people were starting to see me on here a little more like, hey, are you in the challenge and all this stuff? I was like, no. And then people were like, you should. And then later on my own, I was like, maybe I might want to do that. So maybe I might start it in October. But then I was like, you know what? I got a good accumulation of laps at the
Especially
time.
if you're doing 3 a day, that's like 90 a month. Like you would have been done with the challenge before you even decided to do it.
So like, you know, from January to right before May, because May is when I started to do multiples, I didn't have a lot per se of laps. So when I decided that I wanted to start it at the end of July, instead of just saying, okay, 1 year from July, I just want to use January as my starting point.
Yeah.
So I entered it a little differently.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it was 200 and it was either 279 or 73 something when I entered it in July, where I wanted to finish it on my birthday, October 5th. So I was like, oh my gosh, I just put a deadline on myself.
Yeah, it's some unneeded stress, huh?
But I was like, oh man, but I really want to buy myself 2 cakes if I get it done. So,
2 cakes.
So yeah.
What's your go-to cake?
Voodoo Donuts.
Okay.
I like Voodoo Donuts.
Okay.
So I like their donut cake.
You ended up getting those 2 cakes?
Yes.
Oh, good, good.
So, I applied myself and was able to figure out the math with schedules of work and other things in life, and just was out here all around the clock, different hours. And so I was able to finish it, and I worked it to the last week where I only had to do 1.
Oh, that's nice.
On the final day. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wow, my gosh. That was no joke, but I got it done.
And during all those hours, what did you find yourself doing with those hours? Are you an audiobook, a music guy? Do you just like to talk to people, think a lot? Like, what was your go-to way to spend the time?
I was just letting whatever popped in my mind. Usually it goes back to that 80s decade stuff. I'm thinking of...
So big music
I got
guy
music
then.
and
Yeah,
movies
yeah.
always popping in my head. It's been like that since I was a little kid. And but also, of course, the conversations out here with people, and just telling myself that I don't believe I can, I know I can do it. And that was just my mentality for the challenge. And just good preparation, knowing what I needed up here to bring with me in my backpack.
It's a good point. Yeah, nutrition planning is... I mean, you saved me the other day. I think Saturday you saved my butt. I was up here doing some, and I totally bonked out and ran out of energy. And I saw Gary, and I was like, Gary, you got anything? I'm dying here. And he gave me this apple, and it just brought me back to life. I ate I ate the core. I ate all of it. I just spit the seeds out in the stem. I ate every little bit of it. It saved my butt.
Yeah. So as long as you're prepared, for whatever it is, and you're truly devoted to doing it, you're going to get it done.
That's
So
true.
that's what I wanted to do.
During your 500 club, challenge, did you find anything new about your body, about yourself during that experience?
Just that from being healed, that I could do anything that I set my mind to. So now it was just a matter of discipline, just being prepared before I even got here, whether that's doing my daily stretches and eating before I came here. As long as I do what I had to do, I knew I was going to be able to get my laps done. Even though I had a lot of close calls when I was going to work in sessions where I was like time crunch close, I was able to work it out.
Do you ever have any bad falls or injuries or anything like that while you were here?
Lots of slips and falls going up and down, so it doesn't matter which way I'm slipping and falling, but nothing bad. And
That's good.
I credit that to that online program, because I think because I'm more flexible and have better balance and all those other things and strength, that when I do slip and fall, it's not really bad. I usually catch myself or land in a better position where I'm not hurt. I just get a little dirt on me or whatever, and I just pop back up and keep going.
Maybe a little bruise, but nothing sprained or...
Yeah, it's a little souvenir.
Yeah, it's there's a way to fall intelligently, that's for sure. And then about stretching, you said you do it daily. You would be surprised how many people I've spoken to that don't do any form of stretching at all. It surprises me, at least. A lot of people say, I don't do stretching. They just come up here and like bang out 5 laps or something.
Yeah.
Blows my mind, because I'm a huge into like heat pad, stretching, rolling, icing, all sorts of anything I can do to try to help recover.
Yeah.
Because I guess everybody's body's different, I guess I really need that.
Yeah, me
Sounds
too.
like, yeah, it sounds like that previous injury kind of put you on that path too.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'd love to learn about your Inclinathon also. You're the 43rd person to complete Inclinathon. You did it during your 500 challenge, August 31st.
Yes.
Walk me through what made you decide I'm going to do an Inclinathon during an already hard challenge.
Well, first of all, I didn't want to do it. One day on my Facebook post, I posted that I did 5 laps, and from a year ago from then, I improved my time by 4 hours. And one of my friends on there was like, you need to do the Inclinathon. And so I thought about it, and I was like, they're right. I do need to do it because I need those numbers. So
because you were under the time crunch. Yeah, you needed the extra laps.
For my deadline I put on myself.
That's right, yeah.
But I was like, it doesn't matter if I do it under 24 hours to get the recognition. I just need the numbers. So, you know, I had fun with it. I brought a cooler with everything I needed for drinks and food at the bottom. And the day of, I stretched for about 2 hours and I had a good meal. So I was super ready to do it. So that gave me what I needed to know I was prepared. And I just took it one lap at a time. And that was my approach, just my attention into the now lap. And after each time I chowed down and slammed something to drink after each lap, and I had fun. I was like, you know what? I want to go to the Cog Railroad store. So I went there to get myself some treat. And then I went to the baseline camp and I was like, I want to take a break. I don't know what lap that is, but I was like, I just want to take a break and just be in this moment right here that, dang, I'm doing a pretty long day of laps, so take a break, buddy. So I just sat there and I had a smoothie or something, and then I came back on. And
I bet that was so nice.
Yeah, it felt good that I had fun with it.
Yeah,
like I didn't put any pressure on myself, and so it led me to where I was like whoa, I'm on lap 8 or whatever. I've never done that many before. It's okay, you're doing it. It's just a one lap at a time thing. Keep going. So that was just my approach. Was just one lap at a time. I kept count because I had to.
Right, of course.
But I wasn't obsessed with that. And
I like that you said to yourself, it doesn't matter if I don't make it in the time crunch, the 24-hour limit, and I don't get the recognition. I'm just here for myself.
Yeah.
I'm here your motivation was different than a lot of people doing it. I like your approach though, which was like, I'm just going to do what my body lets me do, and we'll have fun with it. I think that's a cool approach.
Yeah, I just wanted to, again, just finish something that I started, and that's the only reason why I was doing it. And so I got done in like 19 hours and 11 minutes, like we said earlier.
I mean, I think that's super fast.
So I did complete it under that time, which is like, oh, that's cool. But on that last lap, my friend texted me and they're like, hey, you need anything else? Like, yes, I want Evolution brand, pure big orange juice. So they brought it to me on my last lap.
Oh, that's cool.
And I slammed that, and then I was like, I just want to go home because it was like right before dark, so I beat dark. And that was it. I got it done.
Yeah, I like for me, I'm big into nutrition planning. So I like that you brought the cooler, and every lap you were consuming, you got your carbs. Were you thinking about like how much carbs and sugar you needed for each lap? Or
all I needed, I already know what I needed. So I had enough of all of that.
Okay.
So I just ate.
What are your go-to snacks when you're doing these big endurance challenges?
For that one, I had, see if I can remember all that. I had grapes, I had dates, I had celery, I had big containers of coconut water, I had orange juice in there. I can't remember the rest.
I mean, that's a good lineup of stuff. Lots of sugars, carbs, a lot of electrolytes.
Maybe a few other things, but that's all I needed. Like, I was good.
Yeah.
I was good on that because I know because I already knew it was like, it's like the food version of electrolytes. Mm-hmm. And for like to give energy to your adrenal glands. And so I was good. I knew it was going to work and help me, so I just chowed down and slammed the drinks, and it felt pretty good.
That's awesome. And it was like you were 10 months into 500, so your body was very tuned to the incline, and you knew what you needed to do to feed your body to get through the challenge. So that's awesome. A lot of accomplishments there in that day, right?
Yeah.
So walk me through now. Let's jump to your current incline challenge, which I haven't heard you tell many people about. Okay. I'd love for you to describe for it right now what it is and what it's dedicated to.
Yeah, so last year, just to rewind for 1 second, conditioned me to do something again this year. So this year I said, you know what? I feel like I can do more laps, but I want to do it for a cause. So I had one place in mind, but it didn't work out. So then this, my friend that operates this autism school popped up on my newsfeed, and I was like, and I saw that they needed help financially. So I said, that's it. That's what I was looking for. So I decided.
What's the school's name?
The Kishami Academy LLC, and it's the only autism school I know of in Colorado Springs. And so they're a smaller school, so they don't necessarily get funding and all those things. And they're not a nonprofit yet. She's working on that. So I was like, I want to give back. So this year I started Christmas Eve, and for 1 year until December 23rd, I'm raising funds for the Kishami Academy LLC Autism School as they need supplies. They can use help fixing their school van. They have a service dog, and the list goes on of things that they can use, need help for. So that's what I'm on here this year and doing so many laps, because of course I set up a GoFundMe for it. And then I have a sponsor who will finish sponsoring me at the end of June, which is a couple of days. So for the first half of the year, he's gonna double my lap total in a donation to the school as well.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm currently looking for new sponsors. And yeah, so that's why I'm up here so much, is for the cause, and it's worth it to me to help out this school. And I know the teacher, and she's also autistic, and she treats it as it's like a home atmosphere for the school, and the kids they have it where they learn where they're at. Like there's no interference with like a IEP, for people who are familiar with the IEP when you're a special needs student.
What is that? I'm not familiar with that.
It's an individualized education program where they try to set all these goals and what the school wants them to do. But at this school, it's wherever you're at, we'll work with you. And if
I like that better. It's like more tailored to the individual.
It's more tailored. And if students having an overwhelming time and they can't perhaps control their emotions, maybe they're having a meltdown or a panic attack or something, they can go into one of the quiet rooms and de-escalate and get self-regulation with like sensory items that's in the room, and they can even finish the rest of their school day in that room. And if they have an intervention person coming in that helps them, like an occupational therapist or speech therapist or something, they can go in there with that student and just let them be in there for the whole day or as long as they want, until they feel like they're calm. So that's a big thing that's really helpful for us kids on the spectrum.
If people want to donate to the Kishami Academy LLC, how can they do that?
You can either type GoFundMe and then my name, Gary Martinez Jr, and that title right there will pop up with the Kishami Academy. So you can do that, or if you're following me on one of the social media channels, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, the link is in my profile.
Cool.
And you'll find it right away.
Okay, I'll make sure to put the link of that in all the links of this social media post for this video as well.
Appreciate you.
Awesome, cool. And then, so we've talked about the fundraiser, why it's important to you. It's very meaningful, clearly. Let's see, let's talk about, look at that cute little chipmunk.
Hey, buddy.
Digging a little hole right there.
Yeah, scored something.
The pace that you're going right now is pretty amazing. Not many people can sustain that pace. You're doing 3, 4, 5 every day. Is your plan to continue at that pace for the whole year? Do you have goals around numbers, or are you just pushing your body like you said and just doing what you can do?
Pushing my body, and I was curious to see, I wonder how long I can do 5 laps every day. So I'm just curious, and I'm still curious about that. So, so far I've been able to do that. And I was like, man, how do these little legs do that? So for me, it's just fun, again, and it's just to see, how many can I do? I just want to see what I'm capable of, because I got that experience from last year that I can do a lot. And also it's going for a good cause. Yeah,
it sure is. Do you feel like you're pushing and putting everything? Do you feel like you're pushing yourself as much as you can and you're putting everything into it? Or do you feel like, hey, I guess I can start doing 6s now every day? You've been building up so much lately.
Yeah, so I have done, I've done a number amount of 6s. But it's just, I just kind of go by the day of how I'm feeling and everything. So if I want to do an extra one, I'll do that. And even if I don't, and even if I want to do less, I can do that too, because I have no have no number goal for myself.
Yeah.
This will be the only year though that I will do as much as possible, because next year I will not. But this year is worth it for what I'm doing. So I don't know. We'll have to see what that is at the end. I don't know.
I like that you don't put a number on yourself, a deadline on yourself. You're not like making a claim, I'm going to go do this record kind of thing. You're just doing what Gary can do, and you're going at Gary pace, and it's pretty awesome. So that must take a lot of stress off your shoulders.
Oh, well, appreciate you for what you said, and yeah, I just want to do my best. I just want to live my life to the fullest with the things that I'm doing, and then have lots of fun while I'm doing it. Like, lots of fun. It's like, yeah, I'm having fun up here, man.
It's fun up here.
It's fun to meet people, and it's fun to be in nature. It's fun to see that chipmunk we saw a while ago.
Yeah.
It's fun to bring walnuts, and I give him a walnut, and it's just fun to be in nature, and
to test your body too, and like,
yeah,
really, I would imagine after living for so many years in pain, it probably feels so good to work hard.
Yeah, so I enjoy, even though it's not easy, what I'm doing right now, because I can do it. And my body has changed from a weightlifter wrestler body to a much slimmer little hiker dude.
Yeah, like an ultra athlete is what I would classify it as.
Of course.
You said you had some special techniques you wanted to show off, possibly, or talk about?
There's different things I like to do on here that help me as I'm going on the incline, even though I have no speed this year. One of them, it looks kind of funky, and basically it's I have one foot pointing forward, and I'll come up so you can see the back foot, and I have my back foot at an angle. That way when I go forward, my forward leg is like kind of a single leg exercise, where that whole area is getting strength and taking pressure off my knee, but it's also giving it knee strength. And this angle of a foot is kind of like swinging a bat or throwing a kick, like in martial arts. It's going to use a lot of, I have to be very loose with this back leg. So it's really bringing in the hip, the outer hip, and the inner thigh. And it's a good balance system with the front leg. So I do that, but this, and I call it the G-Money technique. I just made it up because I'm silly. So I call it G-Money. So the G-Money technique, I can use it just going forward like this, right? But you can also do it in a zigzag position, where I can either lead with the back leg, and you see how that works?
Yeah, and if you're just listening on Spotify or Apple, he's stepping up and has a zigzag pattern so that he can utilize different angles of the muscles.
Yep, so I can lead with the front leg too, of course, doing the G-Money. And for me, it takes pressure off the knees. And what I learned within the first few days when I was practicing this, like, it's just not for nothing. It's worth it. I found out that my hips got a little more sore the first 2 to 3 days, because they were being used more on those days. So it was using more of my hips and other leg muscles and taking pressure off my knees. Because for me, what I learned for myself is that when I'm going up the incline, that's where my knees are taking a whack, because I'm pushing my body weight up. But when I'm coming down, I know a lot of us say, oh, my knee's going down. Well, yeah, because we're pushing our weight up going first in the first place. So when I go down, I kind of use that same style. It's one of my styles, but I'm not really straight on, dead on when I'm going up. Sometimes I do when I want to go a little faster, so I kind of save that. But most of the time I'm kind of just in these positions with this little technique I made. And even if it's crowded, like on a weekend, I could G-Money right here, and I can just go just like this.
Zigzag your way all the way up.
I can go just like this.
Yeah.
And it's effective. I like feeling that my hips are more activated and being used.
Yeah, instead of everything being in your knees.
And my knees
and
love
in your
me.
calves.
My knees love me for that.
Yeah.
My calves.
I've talked to a lot of people up here, and so many people who've been here for a large part of their life.
Yeah.
Double knee replacements.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this might be a way to take some pain out of.
And like as it's getting
knees.
steeper here, something else I like to do, maybe because I'm a shorty, is I'll kind of like dip into these steps where it's like momentum.
Oh yeah, I feel that. Use your body weight to kind of push you up.
You see that?
Bit.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a fluid flow, and you're not really feeling your whole complete body weight once you get the hang of that. And just how I'm going right now, I kind of switch when I want to switch, and it feels better, so it's pretty helpful. It's pretty helpful, the G money.
You got it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just about at the bar bailout. This is where I like to cut the interviews. Final thoughts, any advice for new hikers?
New hikers, be prepared before you get here. So I like to have a meal, just to give you an example. I like to have a meal a couple hours or so before I get here, so I got that fuel in my body. We talked about stretching, or either stretch the night before or the day of before I get here. But I even also stretch on the incline wherever I'm at, because the body's taking in this little punishment, so it can use some stretching to feel better. And of course, the broken record, bring what you need, your snacks, your hydration, and just have fun and do your best, and know that people are here to cheer you on. We're all here. We all spark each other. So
yeah, I love that part.
Wherever you get to, it doesn't matter if it's your first time and you only get to this number or whatever. You've done your best, so be proud of that and share that in a story, because someone maybe hasn't even taken a step yet, but to know that you went this far, and maybe you might have a similar situation, that gives that person some inspiration to want to do it. So so that's pretty much it. And just always have fun.
Love it.
Have fun.
Yeah, some good advice.
Yeah, make new friends.
Yeah, there's plenty of them to make up here.
Yeah, because you'll see people more than once. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Gary, for joining me on this hike. Had a lot of fun chatting with you, learning more about you, and looking forward to our next hike together.
Sounds good, brother. No charge.
All right, take care. Oh, final question. What's your favorite 80s song?
Ooh. Oh, whoa.
Threw the curveball at the end, huh?
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, my favorite band is Def Leppard and Kiss. I'll just say Hysteria right now.
Okay.
We'll just say Hysteria from Def Leppard. That's
okay.
That's what's popping in the head right now.
Love it. Okay. All right. Take care, Gary. Thank you.
All right. Welcome.